Listen, you're not going to make something perfect the first time. You're not going to make something perfect the second, third, fourth, fifth, etc., etc. But the important thing you need to remember is that you're developing and nurturing your craft, your technique. Find that when you're young. Build that skill set while you're young so that when you're older and it matters, you can succeed a lot better. So as far as pre-production goes, I wrote the script in about 3 hours. Going into it, I don't really think anyone expected it to be some big, fantastic story or anything. Because after all, we are all like 16 and 17, and at the end of the day, we just all really want to have fun. For equipment, we used an old Canon camera my dad happened to have, as well as a green screen and bounce that I purchased. For audio, we used a Rode video mic on a boom pole that went directly into the camera. Everything on the day of shooting went really well for the most part. We did film everything in one afternoon, so we were extremely rushed. As far as post-production goes, Alex did all of the behind the scenes and the music for the film. I did all the visual effects, editing, and sound design for the film. This is where the majority of problems began for me. For starters, I did not make sure that the microphone cord was plugged all the way into the camera on set, and that resulted in the majority of shots just having that awful buzz you get in your headphones when you don't have them plugged in all the way. So a lot of time was spent removing that, which turned out to be a huge pain. Also for visual effects, so I was expecting there to be about 10 or 12 shots that needed CG in them. But we ended up, out of about 50 shots in the whole thing, I'd say about 30 to 35 or have some type of CG in them off the top of my head. Mainly, it was erasing the hundreds upon hundreds of plastic water bottles left around the set that you wouldn't think would be in frame when you're filming, but it turns out they are. And then for the opening shot of the film, the completely 3D shot of New York City and then it cuts to the road, that entire shot, 30 hours of work just disappeared from my computer. So I had to redo that in a period of 4 hours to still meet the deadline. We all came into this knowing that this wasn't going to be the perfect story, perfect video, perfect anything. But at the end of the day, everybody just had fun. And to me, that's the most important thing. Not winning awards or getting accepted into Hollywood or getting views on YouTube. It's just having fun with my friends.